Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Pisces, thank you so much for being here. I have a Pisces moon, so I have a very close affinity to Pisces, so really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. Please hit the bell notification button if you care to be notified of when I post new readings. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to you first to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and that information can be found in the About section of my YouTube page. So, Pisces, I'm going to use the awesome Rosebud Tarot that I just got yesterday. Super excited to use that for you and for your Oracle card, just to get a temperature on what's going on in the reading. I'm using the Elemental Oracle by Stacey DeMarco, which is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful deck. So, general reading, the 4 cards as the base spread, 4 cards as clarifiers. I've been pulling more clarifiers lately, just to get a little bit more information. So, Pisces, I hope that you're doing well. The cards have been pre-shuffled, candles are going, sun is setting, so I'm trying to get this reading in while I still can. So this card is going to be for Pisces Spirit. What do you want to say for Pisces? Okay. Wow. Water signs. You got the ocean, Pisces, and the word is bravery. It's number 30. You reduce that, it's a number 3, the Empress card. She's literally on top of the world, this kind of bright light emanating from her solar plexus. Beautiful energy, arms wide open, we have our arms open in that space. We expose our heart chakra. So this is kind of a very triumphant energy that I see here. The fact that Earth is represented really brings me back to the Empress card, as she represents Mother Earth, Mother Gaia. Is there something here that you are having to be brave about, that you are having to show courage with? And it makes me want to pick up and show you this crystal that I have on my desk. It's Fire Quartz Heart. Fire Quartz is definitely representative of bravery. So let's see what Spirit has to say to you at this time. Well, cards are flying. Cards are flying. That's exciting. Hope you got a chance to check out the collective reading that I just did, having to do with family. If you didn't, please check it out. 8 cards on the ground. The very first position is going to be your past position. Remember, this is a general reading. So I'm still getting to know this deck, and some of the imagery is really interesting. Looks like a combination of stock photo plus artwork. It's very surreal, and I took note of this particular card, the 6 of Air, or the 6 of Swords. That card talks about, in the tarot, it's talking about moving from choppy waters to calm waters. It's this idea that you're finally calming the space in your mind, because air is all about the thinking mind, the thoughts, energy that you use to problem solve, to strategize. And if you notice here, this is the Manhattan skyline prior to 2001. And that has a very specific connotation, obviously, for most people, especially in the United States, but for me in particular, because in 2001, I was living in New York City, and I had that experience of that very tragic event. So, and we are coming up on September, so that may resonate for a couple people out there. Independent of that energy, we see a huge representation of the moon, which is Pisces energy. So it's almost as if you're saying, I'm trying to move, right? We're moving on moving forward from choppy waters to calm waters, but also can represent an actual physical move. It can, maybe you're moving, you're changing homes. But what's so interesting about this is it's about like moving towards the moon. The moon represents mystery, illusions, confusion. So it's also clarified by the velocity of water, which is the Knight of Water, Knight of Cups. So we're definitely starting out in the watery realms. It's almost like you can't wait to move to something that may be absolutely mysterious to you. But it's like, if this is in your past energy, you've already done it. And you could be, it might have seemed like a good idea at the time, but now you're kind of playing a balancing act. That the whole world is in your availability. You know, it's almost like I see this rotating, and it's like she's walking on the world, but it's bouncing through the water at the same time. It's such a strange juxtaposition. Can you imagine like bouncing on top of the planet, but the planet is on top of water, and so you're just having to balance yourself as you step forward, which is why the arms are extended, perhaps, so that you keep your balance. So you, in the past, there could have been this very quick movement towards something that's had a lot of emotional promise to you, as these are all watery cards. Like you were really, really feeling it from your gut and your intuition, from your gut and your intuition. And not to say that you were wrong, but you still perhaps don't know where it leads, and that's okay. But it's trying to overcome some struggle that you may have experienced in your past. In your present energy, you got the 9 of Cups, 9 of Water. So we're in what looks like a very, very fancy hotel atrium, and emanating from the ceiling, a ceiling full of stars, is this lantern, which actually reminds me of the Hermit's lantern in the tarot. And the Hermit, inside the Hermit's lantern is the star energy, right? So powered by the stars and the cosmos. The 9 of Water talks about wish fulfillment, about a kind of contentment. You can see here, this character almost looks like they're wearing a fur coat, right? Representing a kind of wealth, a very particular kind of wealth, like old school, old money kind of wealth. You did get this card in reverse. Maybe you're not feeling in the present moment that you're experience a windfall. Maybe it's because 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Earth is clarifying this card. So you kind of made an investment in something, right? You went forward towards your mystery. You were feeling it with every part of your energy. You've been playing this balancing act, but you're not quite sure if the investment is going to pay off. 7 of Pentacles talks about planting a seed, watching it grow, bringing things to harvest, and then what do you have to show for it? So funny, in my last reading for Cancer, or was it, now I've done 2 readings so far now, I can't remember. That's what happens when you channel. It's like you kind of step aside and all of the messages come out, but then it's just like you can't remember. But in one of the readings, I talked about an archway. I talked about the idea of an archway and the keystone in the middle, and how that, in terms of engineering, construction and engineering, the keystone was a very pivotal moment in how we design, but also a keystone character You know, maybe you're the keystone character in your life. You're the linchpin. You're the character that is connecting the two sides, just like this, right? But here it's almost like all of these buckets, and it's almost like they're going to put that final bucket at the top, so this doesn't cave in completely. There's something about balance here, right? There's something like teetering and a balance that you're having to, maybe it's work-life balance in the present moment. And you're kind of at a loss, or not at a loss, but trying to figure out, is it worth it? Now that song, I don't even know if I'm getting the lyrics to that song right, but it's like, is it worth it? Let me work it, flip it, and reverse it. I don't even know if those are the lyrics, but it was like, that was like playing in my head. So maybe that resonates for somebody out there. Flip it and reverse it. Spirit, are you telling me to flip it and reverse it? Take it as it resonates. Maybe maybe you do have a sense of contentment. Maybe there is a sense of contentment here. Maybe it's not giving you the wealth that you were looking for at the moment, but you're still vibing high. There's still a good vibe there. I'm going to ask your Spirit for a clarification, because I'm like, did you want me to flip that card? Three cards came out. Another 9. Double 9s, take it as a synchronicity. 9 of fire in reverse. Ace of water in reverse. Ace of cups, beautiful card. Generosity of earth, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. No, you don't have the finances right now. But if we look at these cards in the upright, this is somebody, I mean, that is like old money, rich kind of wealth, and it's in the reverse. So you don't necessarily have the finances or the things in place that you want to have in place. But with the 9 of fire, the 9 of wands, you have it in the reverse, and the upright would be talking about kind of toil and labor and hard work and kind of carrying some burdens, right? That climb, making that climb. But in the reverse, it's like you're letting go of that energy. You're no longer having to, just because you're not feeling like the windfall at the moment doesn't mean that you haven't put some heavy burdens down. Because you kind of got to get your ducks in a row first, right? It's not like we set out on a new adventure and then we just throw caution to the wind and we forget about all of the responsibilities that we had in life. Maybe some people can do that. I don't really see Pisces doing that. All the Pisces I know are like super, super smart, also really good at math and very good with their finances. And with the Ace of Water here, this is Spirit's hand coming through, just literally pouring the rainbow on whatever it is that you've been planted. So Spirit is kind of saying, just be patient. Best things come to those who wait. In order to see the fruits of your labor, to be able to look at those beautiful roses, to smell the roses, you're going to have to take care of them. There has to be some kind of investment. It may be slow going, but it's going. Look at this whole sea here, right? For a water sign, that's the place we want to be. That's our wheelhouse, is that emotional abundance. And you got it here. It's such a beautiful, beautiful energy. So it is still high vibe energy. So just have faith that the finances might not be there right now, or not in the place that you want them to be. Continue to manifest. Continue to use your card is oceans. Maybe you have to go towards the ocean. Maybe you have to go to the beach one last time before summer's over, right? Spend some time in the ocean. Spend some time in nature, at a lake, near a body of water. Experience that energy where you feel most comfortable. Use it to recharge you, to give you new life. In the future energy, you got the Strength card here. How beautiful is that? We see here, she's lifting weights. Maybe you've been working out. I know one Pisces that has been working out, looking fine. Again, isn't it crazy it's such a unique way to depict the Strength card, Major Arcana, representing Leo, the lion, also representing a mastery over the ego. But there's a big old moon behind her, Pisces. So it's like the watery, mysterious realms, that's where you live, that's where you love. That's where you draw your strength from. I kind of like how these two lions are like dead staring at each other and their eyes are glowing, like, what's gonna happen? But it is a mastery over the ego. The ego is there to protect us, but the ego can also underscore our fears, right? Fear of failure is the first one that came to my mind. Maybe your ego is saying, no, that wouldn't work out. You shouldn't invest in it anymore. It's not giving you the results you want right now. And, you know, maybe we shouldn't do that. This is the conversation with you and your ego. And in the future energy, you're just like, I'm not listening to this. Of course I'm going to go after it. Maybe I don't know where it lands, but I'm just going to follow my intuition. Because my intuition has never led me astray. My intuition is where I capture my power. I am noticing, though, how the landscape here is not lush. It's actually rather rocky, kind of like the surface of the moon. So, something about making, you know, if we're going to go with the kind of gardening theme of this tarot deck, it's about you tilling the soil. I saw a video yesterday, it's coming to my head. Spirit, there's no coincidences. Spirit's bringing it to my head that this guy actually let the land on his property go barren. He didn't water it. He didn't care for it because there were lots of weeds, like not helpful weeds on his property. He wanted them all to die out so he could clear them out and then replant wildflowers that would be beneficial for, you know, bees and insects and pollinators. So perhaps it's about you letting something kind of run its course in the future tense. It's your future energy. You're going to let something run its course so that you can then plant seeds and foster something new in your landscape. This card is clarified by the Four of Water, the Four of Cups in reverse. I like to see it in reverse because in the upright, the Four of Cups talks about somebody who can't see, right? They have cups here in the water that they can't even access right now, but there's one cup beside them, again with that moon energy, blue moon energy. Wait, are we having a blue moon soon? You're gonna have to check on that, I don't know. If there's a blue moon energy coming soon, that may be resonant for somebody, that may be a prime time to manifest. Take it as it resonates. So in the Four of Cups, it's somebody who can't see the cup that's beside them. The cup, the ace of, the one lingering cup in the Four of Cups is the Ace of Cups from Spirit. And I like to do, this is what I call tarot math, right? This is the same cup as this one in this particular card. So you don't want to be in the energy where you can't see what Spirit is trying to offer you, but it's in reverse. So you are in that energy. So you are going to take the water that Spirit is giving you, water being life force energy, just like the sun, and you're going to till the land and foster new growth in the future. It's looking really abundant. What is advice from Spirit? You have the Star, Major Arcana, clarified by the Seven of Water. So the Star is air, it represents air energy, specifically Aquarius. So you may have Aquarius somewhere in your chart, or there may be a significant Aquarian in your life. I'm very, very drawn to that kind of star going like supernova. It could be like such a great, beautiful And I want to say beautiful upheaval. Maybe you're going to see your name in lights. Maybe you're going to become a star. Or experience some kind of public recognition. The star is about healing, and it's also about wish fulfillment. The Seven of Wands can be a card of spoiled for choice. There's so many things. There's so many buckets to choose from. Now here, the term bucket list. So many things you can knock off your bucket list. There is a little bit of caution here as you see the scorpion, the snake, and the spider. Not always symbols that people like to see. However, they do have beautiful, beautiful representation spiritually, right? Kind of a sense of renewal, a sense of strength and protection, a sense of construction and building with the webs, and intelligence. So, Spirit's saying you're going to be spoiled for choice. You have to be ready because they're going to ask you to choose. You could do this, you could do this, you could do this. Which one do you want, Pisces? The world is your oyster, but you have to choose. The tendency to this card and the danger of this card is that you stand still. That maybe potential dangers or risk might cause you to just, there's so much to choose from. Like, I'm just going to go back into myself. Don't do that. Because Pisces have a tendency to do that. Don't do that. Be bold. Shine your light. Shine your light. So that's your reading, Pisces. I'm actually going to choose one more card for clarification because I want to know if I can get some information on what that wish fulfillment is, what that wish is. So it's a card of, okay, you got a lot of things here. That's something. Number one, major, not number one. The first card is the number 10 card, the Wheel of Fortune. Divine timing, destiny, good fortune. It involves walking away from something that no longer serves you with the Eight of Water, the Eight of Cups. Completely walking away from something. So strange. This is usually the card that has a moon in it, and it doesn't have a moon. But it's saying you're on your way out of so much water energy in this reading. It's amazing. This curiosity of water is the Page of Water, Page of Cups. So just a little gesture. It's kind of off-putting, but a little illusory at the same time. Page of Cups is making a small gesture, perhaps towards a divine union. Two of Cups, Two of Water. This is such a beautiful energy. It's like the star energy is like coming face to face with your destiny, right? And part of that destiny is either coming into a space with your divine partner, your true divine partner, or this could represent you and your higher self. A lot of the times when I look at the Two of Water, I always think of the idea of the us up there, our soul in the other dimensions, and us down here, the avatar of who we are. So when we are in total alignment with ourselves, when we listen to ourselves, when we quiet the mind and we can hear the downloads from Spirit and we don't question them, that's when we become into alignment with our higher self. It's such a beautiful energy. That's when you start to feel that confidence and you know you're not wrong. What a beautiful reading, Pisces. I hope it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe to this channel, and hit the bell notification so you can be updated when I post new readings. Thanks so much, Pisces.